Do you suck at reading? Well, it's your lucky day if you clicked on this video. I bet most of you are reading like how they taught you in school. You start from chapter 1 and go in order from there. Chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and then you get burnt out and stop reading. If you're reading fiction books, then this is fine as you don't need to grasp every single detail, just enjoy the story. But for nonfiction self-help books, I guarantee you're not learning anything by reading this way. You're probably also only reading one book at a time, forcing yourself to finish one before you start another so your ego is satisfied and you can go around saying that you finished a whole book. Again, I guarantee you're not actually learning anything. The information is in your head for about 15 seconds and then it's gone when you move on to a different topic. I'm going to give you the single best way to read self-help books, and you'll be learning information 50 times more effectively. You'll also be able to say that you're reading 10 different books at once, which will satisfy your ego even more. Are you ready? Let's begin. The secret to reading self-help books in the most efficient possible way is as follows. First, think about a problem you're currently facing. Let's say you've just gotten the book Atomic Habits because you want to become more disciplined. If you just read the whole book from beginning to end, chances are you're going to try out the things you remember, but then give up since you only know the details of the information on a surface level. Now, this is the important part, so listen up. This is how you should be reading. Go to the table of contents of the book and take a look at all the different topics it covers. I'll use Atomic Habits as an example, and if you also have the book, pause the video right now and go get it. If not, you can just go get any other self-help book. Now, in the table of contents, I'm going to look for whichever topic can help me with the current problem that I'm facing. Let's say I'm having trouble being consistent with my habits. Okay, look here, chapter 16, page 195, How to Stick with Good Habits Every Day. Then, I would go to page 195 and carefully read it through while taking notes. This is another important step. You should keep a notebook with the sole purpose for keeping your notes from all of your self-improvement books. For each new topic I learn about, I write the title of the new thing I learned. So for today, it would be How to Stick with Habits, and I also write the date. Then, under the title, I would just write down in bullet points all the information I learned from that specific section of the book. For this chapter, I wrote, tracking habits with a visual cue will help keep up the streak. For example, moving a paperclip from one jar to another to mark progress. Then, just continue to take notes on anything that is helpful to you until you finish that chapter. Once you're done, reread what you've written, and at the bottom of your notes, skip a line and list ways that you could actually implement these tactics into your real life. These are going to be different for everyone, so make these really specific and personal. Like, I could write, place a coin in a jar for every video script I finish. Finally, once you have everything written down, go and try the tactic out. Since you now have an actionable step, you'll actually start implementing it into your real life since you know exactly what to do. This is the single best way to read, retain, and use information you read from books. Pick what you want to learn or are interested in at that moment, find a book that covers it, and read that section while taking notes. Doing this will also keep you motivated since you'll be reading about information that you actually find interesting at the moment. You can do this with any self-help book. For example, the 48 Laws of Power. You can find a law that seems like it might benefit you, read it while taking notes, and implement it into your life as soon as possible. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Find a principle that seems interesting, read it, take notes, and then go out and try it on a real person. I promise you, if you do this, you'll get 100 times more value from a book than if you were just reading it just to read. I also recommend that you review your notebook every morning so you can reuse the tactics that you've learned about. This is actually really important, so make sure to do it. Over time, you'll have pages of notes and tactics, and you'll be able to refer back to them when you need a problem solved. It's kind of like having a cheat code to life when you've read enough books. If you enjoy my content and like me even just a little bit, make sure to subscribe so I can help change your life. As always, I'm Levi and thank you for listening.